I'm Jen and welcome to my studio, and today we're going to be talking about 5-count riffs and 7-count riffs. I post a lot of mini tutorials here on YouTube as well as on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and a lot of times I use 5-count riffs and 7-count riffs in these videos, but I get a lot of requests for hey, can you break this down? Can you break down a 5-count riff? And I realize I have a lot of videos on how to do a riff, but I don't think I have done a video on specifically just the 5 and the 7-count riff. So that's what we're gonna tackle today. I do have a video on riffs, but it has a bunch in there, and so these are the two I use the most often, and this is how I do them. There are other variations that I'm also gonna tell you about for these two, but in general, if you're doing my choreography, this is how I do them. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, a riff by itself, just a riff, is a 2-sound step, which goes brush, scuff. So you start with a brush, and then halfway through you switch to a scuff. So it's toe, switch to the heel, brush, scuff. That's the first part of a 5 and a 7-count riff. So it's brush, scuff. The third sound, that's your first 2 sounds. 1, 2. That third sound is going to be a lift and drop of the standing heel. So it's brush, scuff, heel. That gives you a 3-count riff. So we're building a 5-count riff right now. 1, 2, 3. To take this into a 5-count riff, all you got to do is put the heel down, because I'm still flexed. You put the heel down, you dig, and then you transfer your weight while you put that toe down. Toe. So you want it to be a juicy toe down. That sounds so gross. That's not what I meant. You want it to be a juicy sound when you put that toe down. Like there's a crunchy leaf on the ground, and you're just gonna make it go crunch. So you want to give some weight to that, is what I meant. I am so sorry. That was gross. So you have brush, scuff, lift and drop your heel. Brush, scuff, heel. Dig, toe. That's a 5-count riff. Rhythmically, you can do this so many different ways, but I have 2 different rhythms that I use most of the time. So let's try this 5-count riff to the rhythm I use most often, and most people use this rhythm. It's and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. So the first part, those first 2 sounds, those are the fast ones. The other 3 are slower and even. And a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. So and then 1 and 2. So let's try that right and left. I'll face this way so you can follow along a little bit easier. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4. The way I'm counting, I know some people out there are counting sticklers. I am too, and I can tell you the way I just counted that was so wrong. It was 8 and 1 and 2 because I ended on 7, or I started on 7. I'm just gonna admit to that. Anytime I do that, I'm gonna admit to it. I'm probably still gonna make the mistake, but I'm at least admitting to it, is what I'm saying. So let's try that again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Much better. So that's a 5-count riff. They travel because you stay in place here. Brush, scuff, heel. All of your weight stays right here. You have not moved yet. Now you travel. Dig, and then all of your weight goes over on the toe. Where people tend to have a little struggle in my tap class is that they start traveling right away. You can't do that heel properly if your weight is already shifted into this leg. You've got to keep that weight on that standing leg until you have done that. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Literally, I cannot do a heel if I've already started moving. So that brush, scuff, heel, your weight stays right on that standing leg. Brush, scuff, heel. Then dig, then toe. And then, now that your weight's here, brush, scuff, heel. All of my weight stays right on that standing leg. Brush, scuff, heel. Then, dig, toe. I have transferred my weight. That is key. All about staying on that standing leg. So let's do 4 of these. I'll face this way so you can follow along easier, but you can travel. So let's do 4 of these. Right, left, right, left. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, Good. So, I know I've talked about these in a video before because I have said this, you're never going to get this out of your head. It has the same rhythm as the theme from Jurassic Park. You're welcome, or I'm sorry. You're never going to get that out of your head. It's da, 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 da. It's Jurassic Park. So now, I want you to envision a bunch of velociraptors. You hear it. You hear it, don't you? I know you do. So, yeah. I say that to every class of new people that learn this step. I tell them, hey, it's the Jurassic Park theme. Not only does that help you remember the rhythm of it, because if you can put like a familiar theme to the rhythm, that helps you always remember it. That was a music theory class trick that my teachers used to do. We were learning intervals and we were like, how do you remember what a sixth sounds like? And they said, oh, it's the NBC theme. NBC, that's a jump of a sixth. And we're like, oh, that makes sense. So you take something familiar that you know, and that helps you remember what it's supposed to sound like, whether it's an interval or a rhythm. So this Jurassic Park theme, if you're a teacher and you're having trouble with your students remembering this rhythm, play the Jurassic Park theme. The they'll know to go quick and then pause, right? So cool, I love it. So anyway, that's the 5-count riff. So how do we take that and turn it into a 7-count riff? Well, the first 5 sounds are exactly the same stepwise. Rhythm is different. But the 5-count riff, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, the last 2 are back heel, front heel, 6, 7. That's my version of it. There is another set of ways to do the 7, which I will address after, but the way I do the 7 is how we're gonna learn it today. Brush, stuff, heel, big, step, heel, heel, back, front. The reason for back, front is so that this is now your standing leg and you can go to the next leg. If you do front, back, you're on the same legs. You're only gonna be able to do the one leg and you're never gonna move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now your left foot's free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now your right foot's free. So it's back heel, front heel, no matter what. So the rhythm is a lot more straight than that. And a 1E and a 2 and a 3E and a 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8. You're gonna hold 8. So there's no waiting. It's not Jurassic Park anymore. There's no waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or the way I like to do it in dances, and a 1E and a 2, because it still starts before the 1. Jurassic Park, I just called 5-count riffs Jurassic Park. So 5-count riffs go and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. So that's and a 1. You're starting before that 1. So that means 7-count riffs, if you're going to do them right after, they also have to start before the 1. So, and a 1E and a 2 and a 3E and a 4. So there's no pause in the rhythm. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, step, heel, heel. So now instead of waiting for that, it's a lot quicker. But don't still leave space between the 2. So let's try these together. Right, left, right, left. And a 1E and a 2 and a 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1E and a 2. I stopped counting because there was no saving that count mistake. So let's try that one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1E and a 2, and a 3E and a 4, and a 5E and a 6, and a 7E and a 8. Good. Tips for making those a lot more successful. Keep your weight underneath your hips. Don't go so far, because now it's going to be really, really hard to keep these 2 heels even. Those are the parts that generally get a little messed up when we try the rhythm, and it's because you're too far away. Keep it under your hips. I I know we want to travel, but we don't need to get across the entire floor with one 7-count riff. Keep it under your hips. You have a lot more control. So much more control. The other thing to keep in mind for both of these is the weight on the standing leg. Make sure you transfer your weight when you are supposed to, whether it's a 7-count riff or it's a 5-count riff. I kept my weight here. Still have my weight back here. Now I've transferred it. So you really need to make sure that you're transferring your weight at the right time, and also that you are not making it very difficult for yourself by going too far. Last thing I want to do for this video is that I want to tell you about different variations of the 7-count riff. The 5-count riff can also have variations, but it's much more rare. Like you can do, so a 3-count riff, brush, stuff, heel, step, heel. That is perfectly acceptable as a 5-count riff. I have a lot of students that come to my class that are new, and that's how they learned a 5-count riff. So between this and this is the difference. Practice it both ways. They're super, super fun. If you're doing my choreography, chances are it's this. It's the dig toe. But it is perfectly valid to do the toe heel. Absolutely valid, okay? The 7-count riff can vary in so many different ways, but one of my favorite ways is that instead of back heel, front heel, you're gonna do back heel, front toe. Isn't that cool? Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. So that's a great one. If you're a tap teacher and you want to bring these to your class, but you're like, okay, well, we've already learned 5s and 7s. Here's a great one to do across the floor. 7, 7, 7 heel toe, 7 heel toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heel heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heel heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heel toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heel toe. It is a brain teaser. It's so difficult to remember which one you're supposed to do, and you get into a pattern, you get into like a routine with it, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's heel toe now, that's different. And it's a great brain teaser. Another way you can do it is toe toe. Now that involves keeping your weight much further back so that you can lift both toes. So that would go brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, toe, toe. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, toe, toe. So that's another way. Another way of doing it. There are so many of these. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. So all of it happens on the working leg. Standing leg has one job. That's it. That's literally the only job for the standing leg for this variation of a 7-count riff. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. So a great brain teaser. The heel one, the heel toe one with the back front, and then the heel toe one with the front. All in a row. So you have them do like one of each. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, heel. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. Brush, stuff, heel, dig, toe, heel, toe. And then you just have them keep alternating as they go down. What a great brain teaser exercise. So I hope that this video has given you a lot of ideas, taught you more about the 5-count riff and the 7-count riff, and then gave you some ideas with variations of both. And I hope it got the Jurassic Park theme stuck in your head, because it is absolutely stuck in mine now, even though I did just film a choreography tutorial to a song that I thought was going to be stuck in my head all day. So anyway, hopefully you've had a blast with me learning this. I had so much fun teaching it to you. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and join the Tap fam. We've got technique tutorials, like step tutorials like this, technique exercises. We've got choreography tutorials like I just mentioned. We have vlogs and challenges and all kinds of fun stuff. It's all free Tap class and it's all for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. The best way of supporting this channel is for you to subscribe, get your students to subscribe, get your fellow teachers to subscribe, because the more subscribers I have, the easier it is for me to keep this channel going and keep providing this content for me to give back to you all. So subscribers is what I'm asking for, and that is all I'm asking for. Almost. I do need one more thing. Hit that thumbs up. So hit the thumbs up for me because it doesn't just help my channel grow, it helps all tap dance channels grow because it tells the YouTube algorithm people love tap dance. So hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you for putting up with me. I mean, dancing with me.